Hey there everyone, thank you very much for checking in with this final video. Today, like you know, I'm going to be discussing more about enrollment and more about income and the potential behind it. So I'm going to start off with enrollment and then I will go through income and income potential. So there are two ways that you can enroll as a coach, and essentially those two ways are very simple. The first way is with a straight just entrance fee. So the fee is $39.95 American or $43.95 Canadian. And this is just a straight fee. You do not receive any products. Essentially, all that happens is that your business sites are set up for you by Beachbody, and you receive your coaching intro book in the mail, and that's it. Okay. From there, the only recurring fee that you'll have is a $15 monthly fee, and this is just a business fee for Beachbody. To maintain your websites, to fulfill products, and to do customer service, stuff like that. The stuff that we don't really want to do, the background stuff, okay? The second way for you to enroll is with a challenge pack. This provides you with a fitness plan, it provides you with a month of Shakeology, and it provides you with rewards, and it also provides you with credibility. So, like I said, one of our vital behaviors is to be a product of the product. So when you enroll the challenge pack, it just provides you with the tools you need to be the product of the product. And remember, people want to know that you're doing these workouts and drinking the shakes before they do it because they want to see that it works, or they want to see the benefits, right? And the best way to understand benefits is from hearing about your experience, not necessarily reading facts off of a sheet. So one of the rules, or one of the things that we like to say as coaches is facts tell, stories sell, should I say. So sharing your experience with the products and tools is far more effective than sharing statistics, simply because people can relate to experience. They can't really relate to what's on paper because they don't know anything about those people. Like, you can say that there was a survey of 3,000 people or 300 people, but we don't really know those people. So how do we know if their situation relates to ours? So naturally, people are going to think the same thing. So if they know you and they know your story, it's far easier for them to relate to your struggles and then to relate it to their own to see that they can do it too. Okay? It's my opinion that if you're not willing to be a product of the product, you're going to have a lot harder time with this business. And that's for everything I just said. Being a product of the product really improves your credibility, and it just increases people's desire to take action because they know that you're doing it and they see that it works, and then they get inspired to do it themselves. Okay? From there, I'm going to move on to income and how we make money as coaches. So your income is entirely dependent on your efforts. Now, I say entirely. It is mostly dependent on your efforts because there are two ways that we earn income, actually. And your income can vary from $1,000 a week to $0 a week. And that all depends, like I said, on you, on your efforts and what you're doing. So the first way that we earn income is through commission sales. And these can be initial commissions or residual commissions. And typically it's about a 25% commission. Often you will receive residual commission from customers who've purchased a challenge pack or purchased Shakeology because those are consumable products, essentially meaning that people drink them or eat them and then they have to buy more. So naturally, the Shakeology and the challenge packs are considered as the money makers for your retail sales because it just happens that you're going to receive residual commissions from them. So you just want to consider those a little bit more important or valuable than people who just want to buy programs, because not everyone's going to buy a second or third or fourth program. You never know, it could happen. Like, they could be total fanatics, but occasionally, or more often than not, people are going to buy one or two programs and then kind of be done. But if they're sticking on the Shakeology, they're going to stick to the lifestyle. They're going to buy more programs and more Shakeology. Okay? And what is great about the compensation plan is that no matter where you begin, so whether you're a brand new coach or whether you've been doing the business for a year, no matter what, you earn 25% commission. There are some businesses that start you off lower, and then as you earn more, you gain more commission. But for Beachbody, they don't care about that. They just want you to earn 25% commission the whole time. From there, there is the team cycle bonus. And basically, this is just a way for us to earn commission based on the team that we build and the volume generated by the organization below us, okay? So that doesn't necessarily mean that they're a personally sponsored coach of ours. They can be personally sponsored coaches of our own coaches, but that just means that we're earning income, should I say, based of team volume. And okay, getting into this. It's going to get a little bit confusing, but I'm going to try and keep it simple. Essentially, Beachbody uses what is called a binary compensation plan, which basically means that as a coach, you have two legs. You have a left leg and a right leg. One of your legs is weak and one of your legs is strong. And like I said, team volume is generated by people within your organization, so not necessarily sponsored by you as long as they're underneath you, okay? Everything is kind of in a triangle type thing, though it's not a pyramid, I promise. So from there, it's important to know that in order to be eligible for the Team Cycle bonus, you also have to be an Emerald coach. Now, we haven't discussed the ranks of coaching yet, simply because I didn't want to get too confusing inside the sneak peek. And it's important to know that there's going to be a lot of questions that I haven't answered that you're going to have to learn on the go. Like, it's impossible to learn everything about coaching before you start. This is the type of business where you kind of just have to close your eyes, take a leap of faith, and jump and learn as you go, because you don't want to wait to be ready, because you're never going to be ready. You just have to decide that you're almost ready and try. Okay? So like I said, you have to be an Emerald coach to receive the Team Cycle bonus. And that just means that you need 2 personally sponsored coaches under you. So that can mean that when you sign up as a coach in your first week, maybe your mom is interested in a challenge pack, and maybe your brother's interested in a challenge pack, or your partner, your spouse, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. Maybe you have 2 people you know already who are interested in a challenge pack, or who are kind of interested, but they're super interested in supporting you. You can ask them, hey, do you mind signing up with a discount account? That way on your future Shakeology orders, you'll get a 25% discount. And not only that, that means you're that much closer to hitting Emerald rank and hitting your Team Cycle bonus. Okay, does that make sense? I hope that made sense. In order to be active as a coach, so you can enroll people as coaches with the $39.95 fee, and they won't be active. They actually have to purchase something or sell something that is worth 50 volume points or $50 in order to be active. All right, otherwise they're not active, and you enrolled someone and then they're not really helping you. So back to the Team Cycle bonus. Essentially, you need a cumulative value of 300 volume points beneath you to earn 1 cycle. And it's a 2-to-1 ratio. So 200 team volume points on your strong leg and 100 on your weak leg. Now, depending on where your rank is, you earn a different dollar amount for your volume, or for your Team Cycle bonus, should I say. And also, you have a different maximum per week that you can accumulate. So for an Emerald coach, you earn $14 per cycle, which doesn't seem like much, but you can earn up to $250 per week with that cycle bonus, depending on how many times you cycle. If you're a Ruby coach, which is directly the next direct rank above, you earn $16 per cycle, but you can max out at $1,000 a week. For Diamond, which is right above that, you get $18 per cycle, and you can max out at $2,000 per week. Okay, $2,000 per week, and that's just in bonuses. So that's not counting your retail sales. Okay, so just thinking about that, if you were just aiming to get these bonuses by growing your team, you can count your retail sales as technically additional bonus money. Do you know what I mean? So from there, there are other levels of coaches. Like, there are Diamond or Star Diamond coaches, which is essentially when you start sponsoring diamonds yourself, which we will get into once you start your training, because I don't want to confuse you too much. But essentially, you can max out, say you were a 10-star diamond coach, that means you have 10 diamonds beneath you. You can max out at $12,000 per week. Okay, and that's just per one business center. So when you become a certain level, you're actually allowed to open a second business center, and then you can start accumulating double the amount under your own name. That being said, like I mentioned earlier, when you're sponsoring your first 2 Emerald coaches, more often than not, they're people you know very closely, and they're people, they can even be people whose accounts you kind of control or you have direct access to, so you can actually enroll people under their accounts, so you can control when you become Diamond and when you become Ruby or Star Diamond a little bit easier that way, because you have control over a few other accounts. And you can do that with up to 2 other coaches, and then from there you have to stop, and then you can start building your second business center under your name, but that needs to reach a certain level too. Okay? So one last thing I want to mention about income before I move on to the income examples that I have is I just want to mention that in the first few months of your business, it's normal that most of your income it comes from retail sales. Personally, in my first 2 months of coaching, I wanted nothing to do with sponsoring coaches. The only reason I enrolled a coach in my second month was because I wanted to buy another program. And my sponsor was like, hey, purchase it under Corey's name, buy a challenge pack. That way you're that much closer to Success Club and you have a coach enrolled under you and you're almost at Emerald. So it made sense to do it at the time. And then when I wanted a different program, or my dad actually wanted to buy Shakeology, I enrolled him under myself as a coach with a challenge pack so that he could have the Shakeology, and then I got the workout program. So there are definitely ways to make your way to Emerald very easily. You just have to think about people in your life that will support you no matter what. But as you grow your team, your team cycle bonus will start to grow, and slowly your team will start to grow too. So it'll start off slow. Like I had my first coach enroll in December. I think my second one didn't enroll till February, and that's okay. That's okay. In the early stages, it's okay to have it slower. Your team might go from 0 to 100 in a very long time, but then it could go from 100 to 1,000 in like a very short amount of time because the growth is exponential. If you think about it, the more people you have on your team, the more your organization is going to grow faster. So if you have 2 people on your team only, then your organization will grow very slowly. But if you have 25 people on your team, your organization is going to grow a lot faster. The growth is going to be exponential. There's just no way around it. Okay. And essentially that's everything I want to say about income. So I hope that was clear. If anything was confusing, just shoot me a message or a comment below and I will clarify anything. Okay, so a few income examples. So I just want to go over how quickly and how easy it is to earn $500 a month in this business. All you have to do is enroll 3 customers with a challenge pack per month, and by your 5th month, you'll be earning about $500 a month. And that's given everyone stays on the Shakeology Home Direct, which obviously doesn't always happen. So naturally, it's smart to accumulate that $500 by combining retail sales with with your team cycle bonus. Okay. But really simple. 3 new people a month. By 5 months, you're making $500 a month. That's essentially just a bit less than what I make a week right now, right? In my office job. Moving on. So I just want to talk about a few more examples. For myself, when I first enrolled as a coach, I enrolled on the 4th of November, and I had a whole month to find 3 customers, but I only made 1. And I was super I was kind of sad. I was definitely sad. I was disappointed, but I didn't stop trying, and I had spoken to a lot of people, so I just kept talking to them and giving them love. And at my second month, a bunch of them came around, and my income went from $50 in my first month to over $400 in my second month. Okay. And that's bananas, like actually bananas. So, and that was just by putting in the work in the first month and being patient and knowing that it would happen. So belief is a big thing, like believing it's going to happen, and just keep working. Like if you keep working for it and adding new people and inviting new people, all the old people are slowly going to come back. Okay. So that was my second month. In my third month, I made just over $250. In my 4th month, I made nearly over $500. And in my 5th month, I made just over $6. Okay. And that is just on top. That's just more than my corporate income. That is weekly, should I say. So I'm talking monthly for Beachbody and anyways, you know what I'm talking about. And although I had coaches enrolled at this point where I made that $600 a month, even though I had a couple coaches enrolled, I wasn't really making a lot on my team cycle bonus. I think I made maybe 1 or 2 a week. I think I still am making 1 or 2 a week, and there's nothing wrong with that, because slowly but surely you grow your coaches, and out of nowhere, you get team cycle bonuses that are like $1,000 a week and you don't even know what you did, right? More examples. My personal sponsor and coach, for example, she started off in her first month making about $100 a week, and then she jumped to about $400 a week by 6 months, and then by 1 year, she was making $1,000 a week, okay? So these crazy numbers that people are getting are totally obtainable. It's just about you deciding to put in the work and doing it. We throw a lot of training at you, and there's a lot of people who are like, oh my God, that makes so sense, but then they don't implement it. So the thing with this business is to learn as you go and to implement and to just be consistent with everything. The more consistent you are, the more consistent your income will be, okay? That finally leads me to the final point I want to make, and that is what the life-changing potential behind the business and the compensation plan is. And what I want to say about that is it's not just about the money. It's technically, the money is what gets you there, but it's not just about the money. It's about the freedom and it's about the lifestyle that you can achieve by helping just 3 to 5 people a month and growing a team of awesome people like you. Okay? It's about working when you want, from whenever you want, or from wherever you want, however you want. Like, if I want to sit at home and work in my underwear, I can. Okay? And most Mondays I do. So if you don't know me that well, I recently went from working 12 hours or more on Mondays at 2 jobs, then regular 9 to 5, Thursday to Friday, and then I was teaching Saturday morning for 3 hours. But now I work entirely from home on Mondays, and I don't have to hide, or don't have to want to hide under my bed the rest of the week. Like Tuesdays I would wake up before and be like, I'm done. Because Mondays were rough. I'd be working 2 jobs. I would leave the house at 8 and I wouldn't get back home until 10:30, 11 o'clock. And that was tough. And this business, building this business, doing my personal development, just meeting new motivating people who are doing badass things that inspire me to do the same. Without this business and the confidence and the exposure that I've received, I would have never been able to go to my office and be like, hey, I need the flexibility. Or I would never have been able to admit to myself that going part-time was okay. Because to me, it was like, oh, I need this income as safety. You know what I mean? Safe work. I'm always going to have an income. And it's scary going to a effort-based income, but that also means that you have the potential to make your income as huge as you want it to be. Otherwise, if you're sitting at a job all day long, your income has a cap, okay? With our business, this Beachbody business, your income does not have a cap because you can have several business centers all earning several $1,000s a week, okay? Think about that for a minute. From there, I just want to point out also that the potential in this business is actually unique to every single coach because everyone has a different dream or a different vision for their life. Like for me, I'm working toward a debt-free life where I work entirely from home, helping others and sharing my journey. I'm working to retire my dad and my mom. I'm working to buy a dream house with my boyfriend, have the freedom to travel when we want, where we want, and the freedom to spend more quality time with the people I love, doing the things that I love. That's one of the big things right now. My schedule is dictated by someone else. I don't have the time that I want or need to spend doing what I love, seeing who I love. And with this business, I see a huge opportunity and a huge gift to be able to do that. And I'm not afraid to go for it. I'm a little afraid to quit my day job, and I'm not afraid to admit that because this business is scary, but there's nothing wrong with that. I heard a podcast the other day, and it was talking about how stress is actually good. Stress is an opportunity for growth. And without stress, we would never grow. So if you're thinking about this opportunity and you're like, man, this is scary, then good. That's a good thing. It will drive you forward, okay? And don't worry because you won't be alone the entire time. I will be there helping you out, holding your hand, guiding you, giving you the tools and the roadmap. You just have to implement it. Okay? On that note, I would just like you to ask yourself if what you're doing right now is going to get you the life that you want to lead. And ask yourself if 1 hour a day is so much to ask to achieve the life of your dreams. Okay? And thank you so much for checking in with this video. I hope that everyone enjoyed what they learned this week. I look forward to catching up with all of you throughout the end of the week and over the weekend. And if you have any comments or concerns, please let me know below in the comments or shoot me a personal message if you need some personal love. And if you're ready to enroll, also let me know and I'll shoot you the details. All right? I hope you guys are having a great week and I hope you're having a lovely Thursday. I look forward to chatting with you and thanks again. Bye.